Hello everyone, I'm Vaughn, and this is Swag Fitness, or Soldiers Walking Along with God. And for a long time, growing up, I felt like I always stood alone. I was raised differently, taught to think differently, and I couldn't do what everyone else was doing. Because of my beliefs and views, I felt alone and like an outcast. But now, I have the tools and the know-how to be able to teach others how to stand up for their faith. Now, nobody has to ever feel as if they stand alone. So, more and more, one thing I've noticed, we see youths leaving the church younger and younger, never to come back. My generation, our generation, because I know most of you watching this probably around my age. We're crazy. Our generation is crazy. I'm not saying everybody is, but most of the people that make up our generation, they're freaking crazy. Just throwing that out there. Because few will accept the call and be a leader. Our faith makes us stand out like a sore thumb. But that's not always a good thing. It is because we stand out that most choose to follow the crowd and blend in. So how should Christians stand boldly in their faith in such a dark world? There are two things that we can do, but people these days choose not to do either of them because they are selfish and want to live for themselves instead of for Christ. The two things we must do to stand up for Christ is living according to His Word and growing in our knowledge of Him. Matthew 5:16 tells us, "Make your light shine so that others will see the good that you do and praise your Father in heaven." Am I the only one that feels this way? Or do I truly stand alone? More of us who call ourselves Christians need to present ourselves in a manner that is as Christ-like as possible. Yes, you will be treated differently. Yes, you will lose most of your so-called friends. And yes, you will suffer. John 15:18. Christ tells us, "If the people of this world hate you, just remember that they hated me first." So then we must ask ourselves, are you willing to accept the call? Are you willing to let go of everything that you have come to know? And do you have the strength to be able to endure? Or am I just a crazy fool? And do I truly stand alone? And guys, that brings us to the end of yet another video. And I'm just being honest with you guys. Sometimes, who am I kidding? Most times, that is how I feel, because I'm surrounded by a lot of people. Most of them, they might not be Christians, but most of them, they do call themselves Christians, but yet their lifestyle doesn't match up with God's will and purpose. Doesn't match up with His Word. So it does get discouraging sometimes, because we'll get to talking about scripture, and then I'll pull something out from scripture that they might not agree with. And it's not just one thing. It's a lot of scripture that they don't agree with. Because, again, in my last few videos, one thing I said, one thing I mentioned, nobody wants to change their lifestyle. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. And that is a huge issue, because we see a lot of that, especially in my generation. My generation, honestly, I'm 25 years old, and I know a lot of you watching this video are around my age. And I know I'm not the only one who sees this, especially if you are a Christian. Yo, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. I'm fortunate, because, you know, my parents, they took the time to instill all of this in me, to give me the tools needed to be able to endure in my walk with Christ. Can't say the same for a lot of other people. And that's why they're walking around crazy, because they weren't taught. And now that we're getting the word out to them, they're stuck in their ways. They don't want to change. They're not going to change. But, you know, it is what it is. And I'd like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for making it to the end of yet another video. I want to thank those who have continued to show me great love and support. Guys, that means a lot to me, and I greatly appreciate that. I love each and every one of you, and I'm not going to give up. More content is going to continue to come out. I promise you that. And help me to make this stuff even better. Leave any kind of comments down in the comment section below. And when I mean any, I mean if you have any constructive criticism, not criticism to, you know, make me go home cry to my mama, but good constructive criticism as to how I can make my videos even better, leave them down in the comment section. If you want to say something encouraging, something positive, leave them down in the comment section below. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you have any kind of other questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. You know, I will get back to you, each and every one of you. That's a promise. And if you like this content, if it's making you feel a certain way, then I want you to subscribe to this channel, because, hey, we're just getting started, man. I promise you, it's going to get better and better every single time. Click subscribe. Not only click subscribe, I want you to hit that bell right beside the subscribe button. The bell, what does it do? I'm going to tell you what it does. It gives you notifications as to when my content comes out. Every single time I upload something, it's going to alert you just like that. So click on that bell beside the subscribe button. And guys, if you see that thumbs up, I want you to click it and give us a like and share this content with anybody and everybody you know. We want to do our best to get our message out there to anyone who is willing to listen. But that's all the time that we have for today. Until next time, continue to be blessed. Continue to be a soldier. Be a soldier that walks along with God. Thank you all, and God bless.
can you endure?